Well, the Hunter Biden saga, the Trump-Russia origins probe, Elon Musk's Twitter takeover. We're going to try to get to all of that with tonight's, well, they need to be pithy, Bream Team panel. Let's bring in the host of the Talking Feds podcast, former U.S. Attorney Harry Litman, and Article 3 Project President, former Chief Nominations Counsel at the Senate Judiciary Committee, Mike Davis. Gentlemen, welcome back.
Thank you, Shannon. Hi, Mike.
Okay, so let's start there with the numerous denials that the vice president, now president, made with regard to Hunter Biden, what he knew or didn't know. He says, I didn't discuss his business with him. But now we have this account of 28 visits to the White House during the various Obama-Biden administration years, in which one of Hunter's primary business partners was there. At times, there's at least one meeting I know of with the vice president, but people close to him. I mean, Mike, what are we supposed to do with that? It's possible that there were meetings with the business partner, but that the vice president didn't know details of what was going on or what Hunter was involved with?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, but it's not plausible. I think that when you have the Biden son, Hunter, his brother, James, on Chinese and Ukraine payrolls making millions of dollars, President Biden had $5 million of unexplained income, and now President Biden is out there saying that his son is innocent while there's an ongoing federal investigation into his son in Delaware. I think it is long past time for Attorney General Merrick Garland to appoint a U.S. special counsel to take over this investigation to inoculate the investigation from politics.
Well, to that point, Professor Turley saying this today, giving this mounting evidence, the position of Attorney General Garland has gone from dubious to ridiculous in evading the issue of a special counsel appointment. What's your take on that, Harry?
There is no mounting evidence. It's a typical Turley-gram. What Biden paid some money for his legal fees. We know that. A father might do that. I don't know about why that person was there, but we don't think he's simply there to negotiate business. So why we're going to think the President of the United States lied about this, there's just no basis. But the bigger point is the Hunter Biden investigation is right now being handled by a Trump U.S. attorney who was kept in place specifically to make sure there'd be no possible allegations. It's not the sort of situation you'd have a special counsel anyway, but you've got a Trump U.S. attorney on the job just for that reason. It's just an attempt to inject politics.
And we'll wait to see what that investigation ultimately does or does not find. Okay, in the meantime, let's talk Twitter. The meltdowns continue. But something interesting that Senator Ed Markey, a Democrat, tweeted Tuesday, he says, Congress must pass my algorithmic justice and Online Platform Transparency Act to end the online harm inflicted by marginalized and infected against marginalized communities and put inclusion, equity, and non-discrimination at the forefront of tech policy. Mike, what do you think of that? And algorithmic justice, is that a new term? It sounds very 2022.
So before it was misinformation and then disinformation and then democracy and then hatred and then violence and then algorithmic justice or whatever the heck they're talking about. This is all about censoring, silencing people with whom they disagree. We're finally going to have a free speech platform with Elon Musk buying Twitter, and the Democrats just don't want to give up that power.
All right, I want to play something from Senator Kennedy, Republican, on this whole Twitter meltdown situation.
The Twitter executives are they're very upset this week. I think Mr. Musk made a couple of them cry. I'm sure that more than a couple have gone out to and already bought an emotional support pony. But here's what's going on. Twitter is run by wokers. Wokers represent the crank wing of the Democratic Party.
Harry, there's a lot there to unpack, so I'll give you a shot at this.
I'll be very quick. I'll be very quick. Paul Barrett is already debunked. The allegations. Both sides believe they're partial. There's no proof to the idea that they're prejudiced against the right wing. I just think, look, Musk taking over. It's already a carnival. This makes it kind of worse. Who the hell knows? But, I think we're better off without somebody who's got a point of view at all. But it just, Twitter's a crazy town, and it's going to get a little crazier. That's all.
Okay, so can both of you give me 10 seconds each a comment on where the Durham probe goes from here as the Sussman trial looms? Harry, I'll let you start. Mike, you close us out.
Sure. 10 seconds. The trial starts in the middle of next month. He's going to have to show this idea that it was material. Tough case for him, and his whole rep rides on it.
Mike?
He has damning evidence that Michael Sussman colluded with U.S. intel contractors and the Hillary Clinton campaign to concoct this Russian collusion scheme and to spy on President Donald Trump, both as a presidential candidate and as a president. This is smoking gun damning evidence.